Fun.
Hey guys, so welcome to our podcast, Behind the Sinners. Today we have K0nfig in the chair. Would you tell a little bit about who you are?
I'm a professional Counter-Strike player for Team Complexity, and I currently live in Dallas, Texas, in America. And I'm home now because of the Corona times. And me and Mark have been doing some tattoos on my upper arm before, and now he's doing the lower. And we're just here to talk to you guys.
Great. So could you tell us a little bit more about what is Team Complexity, where is it located, who owns it, and etc. etc.
Yeah, we're Team Complexity. We are based in Dallas, Texas, and we are owned by the Dallas Cowboys. And we are like a professional Counter-Strike team, but we also have a lot of different games in our organization. And everyone who's in Complexity lives in Dallas, Texas, so we're like a family together, same as Sinners Inc., I believe. Family, always together, always talking to each other, so it's really close, and we're just trying to go to tournaments and kill other teams and destroy other teams and make some money.
So that means you get free tickets to watch American football?
We do get free tickets.
Perfect. Okay, so just now everybody knows a little bit about you. You played professional for how long as well?
I played for 6 years now, so I'm an old guy in Counter-Strike, but yet I'm still new because I'm only 23 years old, so I'm a young guy, but I've been in the scene for a long time.
Cool. Okay, so just to get us warmed up, I'm gonna ask you a few quick ones. So let me ask you, pizza or burger?
Pizza.
Pepsi or Coca-Cola?
Pepsi.
Pepsi. Oh yeah, okay. Are you sponsored?
No.
Everybody would say
Pepsi Max.
Pepsi Max, okay.
No sugar.
That's cool. Okay, so Adidas or Nike?
I would do Nike. So Nike, as you call
Why?
it. Because I usually buy like Nike t-shirts, Nike shoes, and the shoes different, but I really enjoy the brand. Like they make so much cool stuff, also expensive stuff, which I also like.
Yeah. They got all the collab thing going now, doing some good collabs with a lot of dope designers.
Yeah.
Samuel Ross, Jun Takashi, Off-White, a lot of cool stuff. Yeah. I'll probably go for Nike as well. I like Yeezy though. That's Adidas, but other than that, let's go for Nike. Okay, sweet. Could you tell me a little bit about your career so far? So you've been in the scene for 6 years. So how did it start, and how did you become what it is today? Because now you're playing for a professional team, which is like one of the biggest NFL teams, or is it NFL? Yeah, NFL teams in America, and they ventured into esports gaming, and you're playing there professional. And that's quite crazy, getting like hired from Denmark to move to Texas to be a part of something like this.
Yeah.
So could you tell us a little bit about how everything started?
Well, it all started off like in the beginning of my career, playing for fun. I was a carpenter before, so I was working outside, not the best paid job or anything. And then I just played Counter-Strike for fun, and then an offer just came in the door one day. If I wanted to join a team and go to London to play tournament, and I was like, well, yeah, I'll go. I want to go, and I just ran into I lived at home back then, ran into my parents. They were in the living room, and I was like, I got a fucking contract. I'm going to London to play a tournament, and they were like, Christian, we give you 1 year to earn a full salary, and I did that in 3 months. The 3 months after I played the one tournament, I got like full salary higher than what the normal rate or the normal income is for a
carpenter job.
No, the carpenter job.
Oh, like a higher rate than the carpenter job, or just like in general?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then I just played ever since. Went to different teams, played in America once before, lived in Copenhagen for a year, playing for North, which is FC København, FC Copenhagen.
Danish team.
Yeah, and I've been like almost everywhere, played in different teams, had some troubles with other teams, other players, teammates, but I'm a changed person now. I'm a better person, a happier person.
Okay, so do you want to go into that? Having problems with teams?
Yeah, well,
that.
It just all started with like different personalities, and I think that people that play video games are a bit weak in my opinion. Like they sit inside, play video games, and you can't really say your opinion without making anyone sad or mad, and that annoyed me a lot because where I'm from, like we say our opinion no matter what.
So when we say opinion, just quick question, is that constructive criticism?
In my opinion, yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay.
If someone has made a mistake and you point out the mistake and then the person gets mad about it, point it out, then I feel like the person I'm talking to is not the right teammate. Like he doesn't want to develop his game style.
Yeah, you want to grow.
Yeah, I want to work hard and
that's one thing that I always say is that if someone pushes you, it means they love you. If they don't care about you.
Yeah, and that destroyed my motivation a lot, that people didn't want to become like better within the team or better as a player. If you can't take criticism, you can't really play a professional sport. Everybody that plays a professional sport, or even if you tattoo, like you have to take criticism, you have to work on what you do wrong and learn from your mistakes. And if you don't do that, then you're not like a professional at anything. Then you're just a normal guy trying to do something you think you're good at, but you won't really change your mind.
Okay. So that created tension between
a lot of players and me, because I can't hold it in. I can't hold my opinion in, and I want to get it out. And it kind of ruined my relationship with some players on the teams, and then I was like, it's either him or me, and then it was always me because I was the troublemaker.
And at that point, where were you in your career?
I was in North, and I was in Optic, and at first I was in North. It was kind of my own fault. Like we had some problems, and I wasn't motivated because every single tournament we went to, we lost, we went out. It was like a downhill road, you know, and nothing really worked for us as a team, and I felt like there was a change needed, and we couldn't make it work. And then they decided to throw me out of the team, which I think was a good decision by them, because it developed me as a player.
Yeah.
I got a hit in the head, you know, you're not the best, and you can't say everything.
And how good were you at that time?
I was number 14 in the world.
Okay.
I got kicked the exact same time as I got the medal for being 14.
So you were probably the best player on the team, but got kicked off.
Yeah, I got kicked.
Or attitude problem.
Yeah, attitude.
Yeah.
And now...
So you were open to the... That's a hard way of giving constructive criticism, you know? So you were open to that, and then, as you say now, you found a different way to communicate this?
Found a different way to communicate, found a different way to look at things and always think about who I'm talking to, and
so like motivating people in the way they need to be motivated.
Yeah, that's what I want to do now, and that's what I'm trying to do for my team I'm playing in now. Even though sometimes it can be annoying or sad that opinions are said, then always say it in a good way, or first say something bad, the person does something bad, say something like, you did this and that and it was wrong, but then say a good thing about the person after, then it doesn't feel like an attack.
The sandwich method. You should even like say something good, something bad, something good.
Is that how it is?
That's the sandwich method.
Okay, I'll do that from now on.
No, okay, cool. Yeah. So right now you're living in Texas normally, but now you're in Denmark. And how is it to be in America compared to Denmark?
It's way different. It's so different that you can't even imagine it. People are so different, like you can't stand anywhere without people saying hello or what's up or how are you doing. If you walk past someone in the street in Denmark, you kind of like look at each other and then look down. Or if you know the person, then you say hi. But they are talking to you like they know your first name. You know, it's like almost first name basis.
Yeah, from start.
Yeah, from start.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's pretty crazy. Like I like to get to know people, but I want to do it my own way.
Yeah, it's a huge culture difference. Yeah. I really like it though, to be honest. Like when I'm traveling, like America, I like that part where people are just like open-minded and like ready to throw you a comment or whatever on the way.
Yeah,
but it's very cultural different than here.
It's a cultural shock to get over there, also with like the eating habits and the plate sizes is probably the one that
punctures my brain
the most. And the Texas.
Yeah, because you're in Texas.
Yeah, I'm in Texas. Yeah, we have
everything's bigger in Texas.
Texas plates. At first we were in the restaurant and we got like a Texas plate. I was like, it's $10. It's what, 60 krones or something, 65 krones.
Yeah.
Then I got food for 4 families on my plate. I was like, Jesus, that's pretty mental.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's way different. I kind of like it, but also like I miss Denmark when I'm over there, of course.
Yeah.
You miss family and friends, and the only thing that's like really annoying is like talking to friends at home or talking to your parents or family members or whatever. The time difference is kind of messed up since it's plus 7 hours. So it's minus 7 hours from Danish time zone. So when my girlfriend wakes up, then I'm like mid into the day, or like I always have stuff to do when I'm over there. We have long practice hours. I don't really have time to chit chat and look at my phone that much.
So how can you have a girlfriend?
I wake up early, talk to her on Messenger, like use the webcam, and we kind of do our best. We had some troubles when I was over there, and now we fixed it when I was home. But it's really hard, honestly it is. The time difference is the hardest thing. I've been traveling a lot before with my girlfriend, without my girlfriend, to tournaments, being gone for months and months. But there wasn't really like a time difference. That was probably the hardest one.
Okay. So you know how it is to work on a long distance relationship. How long have you been doing that then?
Doing what?
The type long distance relationship. You've been in Texas for how long?
Only since November. I flew over there, and then I came back for Christmas and New Year's, and then I went back.
Okay.
But now I'm home for a little time because of the problems, Corona problems.
But yeah, okay. So let's see. Esports is now getting huge. I guess it's been big for a long time, but it's getting bigger and bigger at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's getting more and more of a career choice for younger people, like schools that are starting to teach in esports and stuff like that. So, would you see gaming as a sport, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like on the level of football or whatever, like that.
Yeah, just not like physically, but mentally and stuff. Yeah, I do.
Okay. And could you tell me advices? Like if let's say I'm a young kid, I want to get into esport, how would I do that?
First of all, you have to play. Like you have to play from the beginning, and you have to trust that you will get the pro status at one point. Like if you get into it and you're just like, I kind of want to be a pro, but I don't want to work that hard for it. Like I've played countless of hours before I was professional, staying up late night, not going to school, which is probably not the best thing to do. But now you have the opportunity to go to school, play in school, and you can play when you're home.
Yeah.
So if you're in Denmark and you want to get pro, just go to one of those esports schools.
So there's like esports schools.
Yeah.
Where you focus on only esports.
Where you focus on, you probably have some lessons in normal stuff like Danish and mathematics and stuff.
Yeah.
But you still have the esports line is probably bigger than the rest of it.
That's pretty cool.
So I would definitely jump on that train, even though it's new. Then it's 100% the best start for like for a new player, for a kid that wants to try out the pro life, because they're also going to tournaments in Denmark, so you'll get the opportunity to play on the stage.
Yeah. And what if you were in America? Let's say that. Do they have esports schools and stuff like that too?
I don't believe they do.
No.
I believe that you have to start from scratch in America. Like I started from scratch from just playing at my parents' house and going to like Danish tournaments. I think that's the way you do it in America right now. Just play, and then you'll get noticed one time. Like if you play Face It or ESEA pucks, that's where like the pro players can see the stats of the game, and they can find out who is playing, and then they can re-watch the match, and that's how talents get noticed.
Okay.
That's how we spot them.
It's like a semi-professional,
Yeah,
or like up and coming
a platform
tournament
for
platform where new players can be spotted.
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. And being a part of the Texas Dallas Cowboys, is that I would think like, let's say the NFL team, they have like, I don't know, like physical treatment, maybe even like coaching, all that kind of stuff. Do you have that as well?
We have the exact same things as the NFL team has. We have everything. We eat the same place as them. We go to the gym the same place as them.
And what is those things like? Do you train mindset wise, coach wise? What do you do other than just play?
We have a sports psychologist that helps us with all the mindset things, and then we have workout sessions together where people can like. It's nice to when you go to the gym, then you get your brain freshened up. Like we sit down a lot of hours, so it's nice to like get moving, get started doing something. because you can easily get lazy and gain weight and just sit and play and just do your own thing. But the way to stay motivated is if you work hard and you gym at the same time and talk to your sports psychologist, you get advice from him, and then that's just basically what we do. Like we work hard, we focus on mental things, and we just play.
Okay, so how often do you go to the sports
psychologist?
Yeah, sports psychologist.
I probably talk to him on the phone when I'm here in Denmark, and in America it's different because he's always with us. So he can always like chime in if you have something to do.
So you talk with him every day?
We talk with him every day.
Okay, that's cool.
He's like fully. His job is basically to work with us, with the Counter-Strike team. He doesn't have anything else to do. He's full-time employed with us.
With the Counter-Strike team.
Yeah, so he's traveling with us all the time to every tournament that we played before.
And do you have a coach as well?
We have a coach as well.
Okay, and is he former Counter-Strike player, or how does that work?
Former Counter-Strike player from England. He was probably the best English player in a game called Counter-Strike Source, the game before CSGO.
Okay.
And he's coaching us in a way the Danish team, kind of like Danish CS. We have one guy from Bulgaria in our team, we have 2 from America, 2 Danish people, and an English coach. But our coach takes the Danish perspective in our game style because we're really good at tactics, we're really good at like making a team structured and work. And that's what he does. Like he anti-strats different teams and helps us develop ourselves as players and as a team.
Okay, so he's watching how all other
game.
Yeah, he's watching the games, checking out how the other teams performs and how they go on tactically, and then
what they do.
He break it down and
show
do a counter strategy to take down. Okay, it's cool. And what do you like? What do you? I think there's always some kind of like, what would we say, like something that mixes. You know, it doesn't have to be necessarily in Counter-Strike, but like advice for something that could be just general life.
Pursue your dreams. That's the only thing I can, because I pursued my dream, and I think if you have a dream about something and you're doubting it and you're like, oh, I don't think I can make it, or this and that, then you will never make it. But if you pursue it and you keep going on, even though you butt hit a few walls or like there's a closed door, if you keep pursuing it, then it's gonna work someday. That's my honest
It's like
advice.
Yeah, what's that called? The theory of getting what? I don't remember the name right now. The law of attraction, exactly. So it's like law of attraction. If you focus only on you want to be a professional Counter-Strike player, you'll get there. Things will come to you.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. If you have the talent gets you like really far, but hard work and talent, and if you pursue your dream that you want to reach, your goal, then it's gonna happen. And if you have the talent, it just helps you on the way, right?
So are you talented?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talented, but I'm also hardworking.
Yeah. Hard work beats talent every time. Talent's not hard working.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm no talent.
You're hard worker.
I'm a hard worker. I've never been talented at drawing or anything. It's just a lot of hard work. Many hours. A lot of hours. Yeah, that's what it takes to be good at something. It takes a lot of hours in. But yeah, I've never, like, I didn't draw as a kid. All that stuff. Couldn't do any good tattoos for the first many years. And then something just changed in me. And I started working really, really hard and be open to constructive criticism, as you said. That's like, I think that's number one thing to grow. Being open-minded to what other people say. Especially when other people have something to say, it's probably true, you know?
Yeah.
They wouldn't invest their time in telling you something if it wasn't true.
No one yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so you should always listen. It's just be open-minded.
Even though it's annoying as fuck sometimes.
So what do you do now to grow? What's like your theory of growing? How do you approach that and becoming better?
I just listen to my teammates all the time, like always taking their perspective and stuff, and listening to my in-game leader. We have a really good player called K0nfig in our team. He's like really hardworking, and he always comes with new tactics and new situations that could happen. And I just try to take in as much information as I can, and just take that information and use it.
So he gives you information.
Yeah,
he studies the matches.
He studies the matches, gives information to me, and then I just take it in and think about it a lot. And while we play, I think about it. I think the thing that helps me the most is just thinking about how the game should end instead of like focusing on my own. Just how the game develops and how the game started. Just always thinking about like what could they do to destroy us as a team.
Okay, so not like really what you have to do, but more about what the whole overall picture of what everything's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. And how are you based now, team-wise? Like you're like in the world scores. What is your ranking?
Right now we're 26 only. We dropped a
26
few
the world.
because we haven't played tournaments, so we haven't gained any points. We've only lost points.
Okay.
Because you steal from each other.
Okay, so when you're not playing a tournament, you're losing points.
Yeah. When someone else wins a tournament, then they take your points away if you didn't play it for something.
Okay. And you haven't been playing under Corona really, or?
We have played one tournament, but it didn't go well. Like we had travel. We traveled to Madrid, and there was a lot of Corona in Madrid, so we traveled back to Stockholm, and we had a place to stay and a place to play. And then they just said to us, yeah, you can't play here anyway, so you have to find a new place. And then we flew to Denmark, and then we found a place in Denmark to play. It was really stressful, and then we lost some matches because we were like stressed about figuring out where should people live, where should people stay, back and forth. So we played an online tournament, and now we're playing another one right now at the moment. I have to play tomorrow.
And what tournament is this?
This is the Road to Rio, the major tournament, the biggest one there is.
The majors.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the biggest tournament.
Yeah, the biggest one. The most viewers and the most money.
So how many people view a match, like the matches like that?
Online, there's probably, I think there was 100K that was our match.
100,000 people.
Yeah.
Okay. That's quite a many people.
Yeah, for online, but it's pretty easy for people to just look at the K0nfig. That's where you see all the games we play. Then you can see that Astralis against Complexity, that's a pretty good matchup, so that's what people like to see.
Yeah. And who's your nemesis? You have a nemesis yet?
I think like my private nemesis is probably Device. I want to beat him off the throne.
Okay. Yeah. That's complicated because you know, as well, I'm tutoring Device as well, so I gotta stay on neutral grounds with you guys. I can't root for any of you. I just root for you winning the competition. It's not like rooting or going over each other, but yeah. But yeah, Nikolai is a good guy and he works hard as well, so
we'll see who works the hardest.
yeah. Everybody works harder. That's good. But you play a different position than Nikolai. So what's your position in the game?
In my team, we switch positions around from team to team. I can play different positions than what I do now, but this is the best fit for our team. So I play the role called entry track. I'm the one that says like, we're going in now, boys, and if you don't follow me, then I'll get pissed. You know, people have to follow me behind my back and then go lead. If I die, then he has to kill the guy.
You decide when they go in?
I'm the guy that says I'm running in now, and then we have to throw the flashes at the right time, the smokes at the right time. And I'm basically just the entry, that's what it's called. Like running in, killing as many as possible, and then the guy behind me, he has to kill the guy that kills me because he knows where he is.
Okay, yeah, so you are like the suicide bomber.
Of course.
Okay, so you always die, kind of.
Basically, yeah. I'm probably, if you watch the games, I'm the one that died the most every time.
Okay.
But sometimes...
Are you also the one that gets the most kills?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Depends on if we lose as a team or if we just lose individually. If I run in alone and I just die all the time and then my team wins the rounds after, then I don't get any kills. But if I run in and kill a lot of people, then we usually win the round, and then that's when I look the best. It's when I'm a good entry.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay, so what's your hobbies side of Counter-Strike? Do you have any hobbies besides of Counter-Strike?
Yeah, well, I actually have a lot of different things that I do. I fish with my friends. I think that's hilarious. Actually, like, it's really relaxing just sitting out there, drinking a beer or two.
It's also kind of fun because you're like from the town here in Denmark that we call Fish Town,
yeah.
so it makes
total sense.
Yeah, does everybody fish from home?
Almost everybody.
Almost everybody. That's good. Great. Okay.
And I also go to the gym a lot, like trying to lose weight because playing video games can make you kind of fat.
Yeah, because you sit down.
Sit down a lot, you don't really move, and then
it's kind of the same with me.
A
lot of sitting down. Yeah, it's hard to, especially if you want to like be really good and you put in a lot of hours for that. you end up not having enough time in the day to get moving.
Yeah.
And you don't reach like those 10,000 steps that you really want to get every day to keep everything in check and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then what else do? I have a dog, so I'm also like a dog lover, dog person. Hang out with my dog almost every day, like going walks with him and just taking him out, showing him the world. He loves the world, he loves people.
I'm allergic.
Okay. I'm not bringing him along.
No. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your tattoos. So you actually had your first tattoo recently, which is your rubber arm. We're working in a Greek theme. Is there any reason you chose to be in that theme?
I saw on your tattoos, and this is what I like the most. Like I watched on Instagram almost all the pictures, and I took out some pictures that I saw that I really liked. And the Greek theme was just amazing. Like it looked insane, every single one that you made. So I thought that would be the best way to go. I thought about like if I wanted a tattoo that was special to me, but I don't really want anything forced. I want something that the artist loves and that he can like stand behind. Not me coming with something and saying you need to do this or do that.
Cool. I think also just like even though you get something that has no meaning at the start, they always end up meaning something, or they get up like becoming like journals, like you know what happened at that time. For example, you would know where you were playing, which team you're playing for, and where you were in your career. So they end up being like memorials in a way. Anyways,
Yeah.
getting some meaning anyways.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's a good describe.
So why did you get tattooed in the first place? Did you think about it for a long time?
I thought about it like for a really, really long time. And my dad has a tattoo, but he said to me like, you can't get a tattoo. And then I was like, no, I want that fucking tattoo, you know. And he said like, if you get one, then I'll throw you out of the house. So when I moved out, I was like, started looking at a lot of tattoos. And this one I got made by you at first. I didn't say to him I got it made. I just came home with a tattoo. He actually thought I cancelled the session with Mark, but don't know.
Oh, you thought you cancelled this one?
Yeah, no, the first one.
Oh yeah.
The first one we got made, he was like, Christian, I don't get a tattoo. He heard it from my mom. I told my mom about it.
Why does he want you to get a tattoo?
He says that you're gonna regret it and stuff like that, but that's just old man's words coming out of his mouth.
But he has a tattoo, but I guess he didn't have a well-made tattoo.
No, he didn't.
It's probably not so good.
It's not good.
No. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, like getting bad tattoos isn't the best idea. You get tired up with them like over time, and then you end up wanting to have them removed.
Yeah, cover up. He also thought about covering it up, but then he was like, "What should I cover it up with?"
Yeah.
And then he's just kind of anti-tattoo man, but he's also anti-smoking, and I smoked a little bit. And he also smoked for 25 years, so he has a double morale, I would call it.
Yeah. Well, my dad is the same. Like he actually threw me out of the house. Well, when I got my first tattoo, he was like, "Yeah, you're moving." Like, yeah, I'm moving. And we didn't speak properly for years. Because he just didn't want to settle with it. It pissed him off so much, or annoyed him. But in the end of the day, it's your body, it's your choice, and nobody can decide over that, you know?
Yeah, I think if you thought about getting a tattoo, like, so you would probably get one day, no matter what, if you like thought about it in your head. But if you're like anti-tattoo from the beginning, then I think people are a little bit scared about it. But then my big brother, he will never get a tattoo.
No?
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm 100% sure.
But you know, tattoos is not for everyone. That's what it is, and that's cool, you know. Not everyone needs tattoos, so that's fine. Sweet. We're getting there. Today we're doing the Hercules piece. The last time we did the Zeus, now we're doing Hercules, father and son, and we'll continue with the theme revolving around that later. How is the pain today?
It's better, but it hurt a little bit in the beginning, all the way down at the wrist. That was probably the worst part. But right now it's piece of cake.
It's piece of cake?
Piece of cake right now.
Okay.
You're not that rough right now when you're talking at the same time.
Oh, I'm easier when I talk?
It's going more slow.
Oh yeah, it might be. Especially if I'm not wearing music, then it's like...
And when he's wearing music...
Everything's faster when I hear music. Bang, bang, bang. Sweet. So, what would you recommend for anyone getting a tattoo?
Bring a Coke. Bring a Coke with sugar.
Get some sugar.
Enjoy your day. You definitely need snacks. Don't come here empty-handed and just think it's gonna be a piece of cake. At the end of the day, you will feel like shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a part of the process. It's the fun thing as well, right?
Yeah. Then people that are scared of it hurting, like if you get a tattoo, it doesn't hurt that much. You can definitely get a tattoo without crying.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
You can always make it. Yeah. Okay, sweet bro. Is there anything you want to ask me?
Yeah, actually, I thought about it.
Yeah.
What tattoos have you made on yourself? Do you have like some made on your legs?
Yeah, I've done some many years ago. I think they're all covered up by now though.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was not good.
No.
Good shit.
No. Yeah, to be fair, like no. I had that theory that if I could tattoo anyone else, I could tattoo myself as well. Because if I weren't good enough to tattoo myself, I weren't good enough to tattoo anyone else. So of course I had to tattoo myself. So I did a couple of tattoos, but yeah, over time they just got like covered up and stuff like that. So I thought that I think I did like a snake, cherry flowers, yeah, stuff like that.
And then when did you start like tattooing properly, like instead of just sitting in a basement or stuff like that? Like when did it really start, like the whole career thing?
It pretty much started fast. Like I was doing the wrong way, working from home, not knowing anything. I never apprenticed, so everything is self-taught with me. And I was just working it the wrong way, doing a lot of bad shit. And but anyways, I opened up the business like already 6 months after start. So it got quite serious from day one, in a sense. I had clients from day one, kind of like. I guess I knew a lot of people, and a lot of people want cheap tattoos. So it's never, if you're not an expensive artist, it's not hard. But yeah, I worked as a chef, so I would actually work like, I don't know, 65 hours a week as a chef, and I would tattoo like 20, 30 hours on the side. And then I guess I quit from one of my jobs, and I started tattooing for full time, and I just never went back to being a chef. I really love to be a chef as well, but it's a very, yeah, I guess I burned out in that environment. I found like more passion in this, and I just couldn't stay in that realm. I still love food. I eat a lot of food. I go out to restaurants when we're not on lockdown.
Yeah. It's kind of hard right now.
Yeah. But even though I have a friend, he owns a Michelin restaurant, he has another restaurant I'm going to take away when we're finished here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to have like a 3-course meal tonight. I still enjoy that. I go to a lot of Michelin restaurants. I think, yeah, I'm very inspired by Michelin restaurants and the level they.
So you're the chef at home?
Yeah, I'm the chef at home for sure. I've been cooking a lot during the quarantine. Yeah, almost every day. Normally I don't cook that much because I don't have time. I'm like off work late, going home, tackling the kids, and it's late, you don't want to cook food, and you end up eating takeaway or something like that. So quarantine been nice to that, like getting back to cooking food, spending more time with the kids and stuff like that. Working on things that you just don't have the time normally for, so I've enjoyed it a lot. Like I needed that break in a sense. It's been fun for me so far. Now we're back, I'm glad to be back as well, like just pushing it again. Doing big ass tattoos. This is a big ass tattoo. Yeah. Sweet bro. Okay man.
Good stuff.
But yeah, thank you for the talk, and
You too.
just tune back later. We'll see you next time.
Next time.
Yeah.